Welcome to Outdoor Madness, everyone. I'm Kerry Clark. Hey, how many of you guys remember the story and the tall tales of Paul Bunyan and his blue ox babe? Now, if you're my age, if you're in your 50s or older, then you probably remember Paul Bunyan. Now, you youngsters watching the show, I'm sure you don't remember, but Disney had a cartoon about him back in the late 50s and early 60s. It was this big, burly man, you know, who lived out in the woods with his blue ox, and they used to go around cutting down the trees, you know, and getting it ready for farmers and stuff. But it was a pretty cool cartoon. In fact, we had the best cartoons when we were growing up. I remember coming home from school, I would sit down in front of the TV with a big bowl of Frosted Flakes and just watch Looney Tunes. The Porky Pig show. Oh, that Porky, Porky Pig.
Oh, that Porky Pig. He's the fine yards, Mr. Big.
Roadrunner, meet, meet. And then Speedy Gonzales. Hey, Speedy Gonzales was the fastest Chicano mouse on the planet, man. Épale, épale, ándale, ándale, iba, iba, ah!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. ¡Vámonos arriba, arriba, hija! Buenos días, gatos.
Caramba, y that's Speedy Gonzales again.
Anyway, back to Paul Bunyan. Recently, on one of our trips up north, we met Paul Bunyan and his blue ox babe at a place called Trees of Mystery in Klamath, California. So that's where we're gonna go today. And if you guys are ever up north and you go through Klamath, you gotta stop at the Trees of Mystery. This place is so neat. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan, he's 63 axe handles high.
With his feet on the ground and his head in the sky. Hey, Paul. I'm coming, boys. Paul Bunyan, Paul Bunyan, Paul Bunyan.
I am Chris Crosshall, straw boss of a logging crew in the Middle West. I will never forget the first time I saw Paul Bunyan. I was topping trees one morning. I looked up, and there stood the biggest man I ever saw.
With my double-blade axe and my hobnail boots, I go where the timbers fall. When there's work to be done, don't mess around, just sing right out for Paul. Hey, Paul, I'm coming, boys. Paul Bunyan, Paul Bunyan. He's 63 axe handles high, with his feet on the ground and his head in the sky. Hey, Paul, Paul Bunyan, Paul Bunyan. Well, he picked up his axe and he chopped a tree clean down with his forward swing. Got him another way, his axe swung back, that timber cut was clean. He kept on a chopping the livelong day, and then when it was night, he walked back over the stumps he cut and stomped them out of sight. Thanks, Paul. What? Nothing. Paul Bunyan.
As you walk through the Trees of Mystery, you're surrounded by beautiful, tall, majestic trees. That gorgeous color of green is everywhere you look. The Brotherhood Tree, dedicated to the brotherhood of man, all races, creeds, and colors. Now look at this, an elephant tree. Oh boy. Hold on to your shorts. We're going up. I'm in my element. I'm like a kid in a candy store when I'm surrounded by Jehovah's beautiful creation. We're on top of the world. Trees, as far as the eye can see. All the way to the ocean. You better hold me back, Karen. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly away. Now there's a trail here called the Sky Trail that takes you through and on top of the trees. I say we hop in and go for a ride. Okay, here's a mystery for everyone. Back in 1995, this tree was struck by lightning and caught on fire. Here's the mysterious thing about it. It burned from the inside out. The smoke could be seen all the way to the 101 freeway, and the smoldering debris lasted more than 3 weeks. So now let's do the math on this. 1995 plus 10 brings us to 2005. We add another 10 to that, brings us to 2015, and then we add 3 years, and it brings us to our present year, 2018. So, 23 years later, and this tree is still alive. So I ask you, wouldn't you love to be as strong as a redwood tree? I know I would. Trail of Tall Tales. As you walk along this trail, you see these huge carvings that portray the different tales of Paul Bunyan. Bum, 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 ba-da-doo-doo-doo. Mama Bear and Flapjack. Cookie, the fastest waiter. Hey, I thought you were the fastest waiter, Tony. The Pooped Logger. A shave and a haircut. A ba-na-na-na-na. A bum-bum. Bum-bum. Now, before we leave, I have a little story I want to tell you guys. We're driving down this road that you're looking at right now. And as you can see, it's surrounded by nothing but these gorgeous, tall redwood trees. Well, I get out and I start to film, and this forest ranger approaches me and she begins to talk to me. She tells me that she moved up here from Southern California, San Diego to be exact. But now, here's what she says. She says, this is God's country. Now earlier, you heard me mention how I'm in my element when I'm surrounded by Jehovah's creation. Now you might think that this is a religious show, but it isn't. This show is to motivate you, to inspire you, to give you ideas of places to go on vacation. It's a show to get you out of the house and have a good time. Now bear with me, there's a point behind this. Now I want you to meet a group of friends who are outdoor enthusiasts, just like us at Outdoor Madness. They call themselves the Whack Pack. Felicia Torres, Eloisa Limon, and Mike Nace.
Okay, you guys. Remember I told you there was a point to this little story of mine. So I want you to hear what Felicia has to say about her recent trip up north. Here's what she says.
My first Oregon coast sunset. Glory be to Yahweh. Hallelujah. Now here's what Eloisa has to say about her Crater Lake experience. This was truly a spiritual experience for me. God's magnificence leaves me in awe.
So, do you see the point? When you're surrounded by this much beauty, you can't help but feel a higher power. people who don't even believe in God, when they experience something this magnificent, the first 3 words out of their mouth are, "Oh my God!" I'm Kerry Clark for Outdoor Madness. We'll see you guys next time. With my double blade axe and my hobnail boots, I go where the timber's tall. When there's work to be done, don't mess around. Just sing right out for Paul. Hey, Paul, I'm coming, boys. Paul Bunyan.